Two cutters through the middle. Ardia for three.
Hello out there, hockey world. Welcome to the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament 2024, the place where culture and pride hit the turf and some of the best players in the country have the chance to stand up and represent their heritage. We're coming to you live from the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour, home of the North Harbour Hockey Association and the New Zealand Black Sticks. I'm Brad Pittman and we'll be with you this entire Easter weekend, bringing you all 16 games of this year's Heritage Hockey Tournament. I'm joined in commentary by NZISA Women's Manager and Puko Indians club player Seedal Patel. Seedal, welcome back.
Back in the box.
Yeah, that's it. And new venue for us this year. We're down in Hamilton last year and now up here in North Harbour. Beautiful facility here up in North Harbour. We're pretty lucky to be here. But Seedal, your women started the tournament this morning against the junior Māori team. Just a quick one, how did that go for you guys?
Yeah, that went quite well actually. The girls came out with a hiss and a roar and had a fair bit of possession, just couldn't put it away in the key moments, but they did really well. So it's all onwards and upwards from here. Yeah,
cool stuff, and I always get to see the other two women's sides, of course, out here today. Our third game of the day is the New Zealand Asian hockey side taking on the New Zealand Heritage Barbarians. So like us, we're all new to these both these sides this year. The New Zealand Asian team led and put together in part by Julia King and some of the players and people up here, mostly in Auckland. So awesome to have them along. And then, of course, the New Zealand Heritage Barbarian side, a team thrown together and representing a whole mixture of cultures, but a fair few of the Pacifica women that would generally be playing for New Zealand Pacifica, they're out there for the Heritage team. So as the teams come in here, it's the Heritage Barbarians in the red with the gold numbers, and then in the black, or primarily black with little bits of red and yellow, that is the Asian side. Our two umpires for today, Lou Brownsey and Kirsten Smith. They're in the pink there, as we see the two captains come together in the middle of the field. And a new outfit here, Seedal, as I mentioned, this New Zealand Asian side. Really cool to open up another door, another pathway for one of our communities here in New Zealand to partake.
Yeah, absolutely. It just goes to show that how many different cultures play hockey, and it's good to put on a platform like this where they can show their skills and different talents. Yeah,
absolutely. And it was what the Heritage Hockey Tournament was all brought together for right in the beginning, was to create pathways for our different ethnic backgrounds and our communities in New Zealand, such a multicultural society. So awesome to bring together some of these different communities. We see some of the crowd there. Awesome to see some of them who've stuck around from this morning's games.
Yeah, just touching on the new, adding the extra teams. Audie, we mentioned today in our team talk that each culture has like a different style of playing. So as she called the Indians, silky smooth. So it'll be cool to see how the New Zealand Asians and the Barbarians go. Yeah,
absolutely. As we see the two teams come out here. Of course, a couple of players to note in that Asian side. We all know Julia King, former New Zealand Blackstick, played her fair few share of tests on the international stage. As I mentioned, she was part of the driving force of this team. She's listed as the coach, also out there playing. You'll see her out there, probably, I think, one of the most underrated midfielders in the world in her time, and being her time only 18 months ago. So she'll be out there second in, we saw on the screen there. But also Shuku Morimoto, the goalkeeper. She's got a world of experience, real talented goalkeeper. She's trained a few of the young goalkeepers that are coming through North Harbour, played in the recent Masters tournament for North Harbour to Shuku. So her experience at the back will be key for this Asian side. Now on the other side, I mentioned a fair few of the Pacifica ladies. Those that have followed along Heritage Hockey the last few years know how much of a fan I am of Kaya Elliott. She's out here for the Heritage side. I think one of the top young players in the country. It's hard to go past the Vale sisters, Tori and Kayla. But also Ella Layton, who debuted at this tournament last year for your New Zealand Indian sports team. She's out here with the Heritage Barbarians this year. Seedle, two exciting teams. They don't have a lot of subs, I've got to say. This Heritage team, I think only 13, maybe 14 on the card. But it's an exciting game for us here this afternoon. Yeah, definitely. They will have to manage their game really well and move the ball a lot more than running around. So yeah. Let's hope they do it. Yeah, as we see our starting teams out on the pitch here. As I mentioned, in the black, it's the New Zealand Asian side, and in the red is the Heritage Barbarians. And I managed to get a bit of a team bio list from this Heritage Barbarian side. We've got representatives of Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, New Zealand, of course. We've got Scottish, we've got Māori, more Samoan, and Polish and German. So amongst the ranks out there for this Heritage Barbarian side, well represented. We'll dig into those a little bit later through the game, but we're underway here in our third game for the day, Cedal, and it's our Asian side here with first use of it. And there's Julia King. She'll play, by the looks of things, at the back for this Asian team. I would assume probably in a similar role to the likes of Kurasamakia would often play for Pacifica. Controls a lot of the play, a lot of the communication, cleans up, and an excellent distributor. So here at the back is a couple of little free hits either way. Here, looks like Tiana Curry on the ball. Val. Oh, it's Vic Methvin there as well. I just noticed playing left half for the Heritage Barbarians. And just a little back and forth start here in this women's game. Here goes first little attack here up the right side. The Asian team, Jasmine Hart, couldn't link up. And out come the Barbarians. It's Hannah Rose Elliott, one of those Pacifica players who's played a few tournaments here. And Cedal, from a management point of view, what are some of the things that you're looking at in terms of having to play some of these teams later on in the weekend? What are some things that you guys might be looking to gain from this game? I guess just their general gameplay and how we can
play against that when we come up to them, picking out their key players as well, and not necessarily taking them out of the game and marking them out, but just kind of to minimise what they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always really interesting when you get new teams like this that you don't really know a lot about. Certainly this Asian side, they'll be the big unknowns to most. We know a bunch of these Heritage Barbarians ladies. Like I said, they played for Pacifica or they've played across other teams. But this Asian side, they could be anything. So it's exciting to see them first up rather than have to play them first up.
Yep, definitely.
And out they come here. This is the Asian side up the left-hand side of the field. One-on-one battle there. Great defensive patience from Tiana Curry. Here is Kaya Elliott in the middle of the field. Links up with Ella Layton. That could be a pretty deadly combo, I think, for the Barbarians. Elliott and Layton up the middle of the field. And Seidel, I've got to ask, how was the inclusion of Oriwa Hepi into your guys' side? I know she brings some leadership, some international experience. She's played with a lot of the ladies you played against this morning. How was her inclusion into the NZI team this year?
Oh, honestly, it's been pretty awesome. I don't know who's more excited, like the girls or just Curry. Curry absolutely loves Oriwa.
Yeah.
Big fangirl over there, so... But yeah, no, it's really awesome to have her leadership and just to gel in with the team. Like, you know, for the Indian girls, we've always played against her for majority of us, unless you're in BOP. So it's actually quite cool to like have her within the team.
Yeah.
And, yeah, hopefully we can keep her next year.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble up there. Well defended in the end by the Asian team, and they break out quickly. It was through Julia King. And forward they go, trying to be a little bit aggressive out of that one. Doesn't pay off. Again, a little untidy, but under control now by Hannah Rose Elliott. And they're going to keep that sideline hit over the far side. Looks like Riley Grills on the ball. Oh, and a stern whistle up the far end there. I think that's Lou Brownsy up that end. And here they come up that right-hand side. The Barbarians, it's Tiana Curry, gets turned over. Kai Elliott, long handle, love this. Oof, what a ball in. That one's on a dime to Hannah Rose Elliott. And again, they win it back in good areas, this Barbarian side. Interesting, Seidel, we mentioned that they don't have a lot of subs. They're going to want to move forward as a pack and not have to do too much unnecessary running there. As we saw Julia King just knock that one over the baseline. What are some of the tricks on the field to try and manage that situation with not having too many subs?
I guess the big one would be make the ball do the work. You know, send those passes across and use the space that you've got. Weighted ball would be another one. Not necessarily running with the ball all the time. But yeah, so it's just about managing that and having the hockey brain to be able to know when to go and then when to hold back. Yeah, that's it. And I'm sure that some of these more experienced players at the back for the Barbarian side, like Tori Vale, Vic Methvin, etc., they'll be preaching some of those skills come the later parts of this game. Here they come again. Up on that dotted circle, look like Kaylee Tuiraviravi. And it comes. And off the leg guard there of Shuku Morimoto. This Asian team just asking to do a bit of defence at the moment. You can see Julia King in the circle trying to get people in the right areas. And they'll win one there. Subs coming on for the Asian side. It's Britta Lawrenson. guess, a little bit of a slow start to this quarter, but I guess both teams are still kind of getting used to each other and getting to know how each other plays. So as the game progresses, hopefully it gets a bit faster.
Yeah, that's it. It's one of those, first game of the tournament, and for a lot of these girls, I'd say first game together, a barbarian side, and then B, this new Asian outfit. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they build into things. Like we did mention, the Barbarians are going to have to do it without as many subs. The Asian team with a little bit more fortune on that side, but no, it'd be really cool to see. And there's a little bit of turn and skill. Tori Val, Ella Leighton, the touch pass. Just a little bit behind Tiana Curry there. And which of these two teams do your Indian ladies play tomorrow, Seats?
Oh, that's actually a really good question, and you think as a manager I should know that. I would say one of the two teams on the field.
Yeah, look, I'm no fortune teller, but my guess is one of these two sides. I will have to wait and see. If you're watching at home, you don't get the privilege of knowing the NZI's schedule. You've got to come down to the turf and watch it.
Yeah, we'll just leave it as a surprise.
Here come the Heritage Barbarians. She's run it in there, one-handed, two. It's Georgia Symes. Takes the free hit, takes it herself. In she goes, Symes still going. It's a scramble in there. Free hit out for New Zealand Asian. Here's Julia King.
Just the composure on the back to have two players on her and still get that ball away is awesome.
Yeah, like I said, one of the premier, sort of defensive midfielders going around in New Zealand the last sort of 5 to 10 years. Julia King, probably a little hard done by, I think, by selection at times around major tournaments. Probably didn't see as many of those as many thought she maybe deserved or could have been at, but fantastic. Servant to New Zealand hockey and Auckland hockey, so cool to have her leading the charge here out for the New Zealand Asian side. See a full press put on here by the Heritage Barbarians, and they've won it. Back there through Val. Under some pressure, drops it back up for Vic Methvin. Here's Curry. And they'll work their way forward. One thing I have been pretty impressed of by this Asian side is their ability to transition across the field in their press. So that's 2 times now where they've been able to at least go over and try and disrupt that opposite wing half. So they got some legs up the front. Just need to get them going forward.
Yeah. Also really cool to see, you've got a fair bit of players that have got really good individual skill, but they're actually passing amongst their teammates and moving the ball around, which is really cool to see as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good free hit win there.
Looks like Jess Ellis.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually, over there.
She's also another solid player in that midfield area. Good control.
Since I haven't seen her play for a little while, actually.
Yeah,
Jess, so good. She's captaining the side too for this Asian team, so awesome to see her out there as well. Her and King together at the back are going to be pretty tough. In come the Barbarians. It's up. It's a penalty corner. It's the first one of the game. I think just come up off the defender's stick there. So we see the replay. Nice little fake there. And then the pass came in. Little bobble on it. And up off the defender's stick. It was the ball in. It was a good one. And now let's have a look at the penalty corner. It looks like Vic Methvin will probably be up there. Unfortunately, our favourite penalty corner hitter, Kayla Val's not on the field just yet. Out they come. It is Methvin. It is hit and it is saved by Morimoto. Great catch there, Ella Leighton. showing off her hands.
Probably start a cricket portion of this tournament too.
Yeah, Ella, if you'd stay with NZI, there's a cricket tournament. Here we are, penalty corner reset. They go short. Kai Elliott, across it goes. They're going to get another penalty corner there. Just jumped up off the stick. I think it was Emma King there at the back. So a little trick play there from the Heritage side, going short through Kai Elliott.
Might burn through all their PC options in the first quarter.
You know, they've changed it. Elliott's gone up to the bracket and Vic Methvin's rolled off to L1 here. It goes to Elliott. The slider, the deflection. Well, she picked up the right player and they got the touch they wanted. Just a heavy touch across the front of goal. And King, out she goes. Oh, I think the intended recipient there, which was Lisa Zhou, just got tangled up with the ref there.
Nice work in quickly taking that as well, putting the Barbarians on their back foot.
Yeah, so we have a look at this replay. Yeah, the little slider there from Kai Elliott, an exceptional pass. Found the target, but yeah, like I said, heavy touch across the goal. Now 16-yard for Heritage. Great receive, Hannah Rose Elliott, and the skill. She's got a couple of players in front of her. And misses them all. That was an excellent ball through the midfield to Hannah Rose Elliott. Take a moment, of course, to shout out to the sponsors that have supported the tournament. Of course, MTEL, Keep Alive, Go Hockey, and One Foundation. We couldn't do it without you guys' support, so thank you for bringing us not only the tournament, but the ability to live stream it out live and free to everybody that can't make it down to the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour. Awesome stuff from our supporters and sponsors. Speaking of awesome, is Kai Elliott. And a little less than awesome, that pass. Commentator's curse, sorry, Kaya. And offers an invitation now for the New Zealand Asian side. An attacking opportunity up the left flank.
I guess this is the first real bit of attacking we've seen from the New Zealand Asian side too, right?
Yeah, there was a little entry down towards the baseline in the first perhaps 2 minutes of the game. Otherwise, this is it. And they've been turned over there over the back line as we close in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. No score yet in the game, and I'd say that the Heritage Barbarians have probably had the run of it this first quarter so far, but nothing on the scoreboard for them yet. Here's Julia King on the ball. King just looking at her options. Great pass.
Beautiful ball.
And well defended in the end there. It was Jasmine Hart just working down towards the attacking circle. She had Casey Lamb ahead of her. There's Emma King on the ball. She's going to be asked just to take it back to the 25-yard line. Good couple of passes, opportunity, backstick shot. And it rolls wide. No save required that time from Holly Landon. And first real opportunity for the Asian side, Seedle.
Yeah.
It was a nice two pass to get into the shot.
And it was a quick shot too as well. They didn't fluff around with it at the top. So that's quite cool.
Yeah, Oriwa Hepi, if you're watching. Manager Seedle wants more of that tomorrow.
Yeah, otherwise no halftime, no less.
And back down the other end come the Heritage Barbarians. They've rolled it in, and on the foot, it's Hannah Rose Elliott doing the damage for the Barbarians. And with about 30 seconds to go, this will probably be it for the first quarter. So you see the replay here. This little reverse stick pass and a reverse receive. Good skill shown there by Elia. Is this going to be the one? Are they finally going to get one here to break the deadlock?
Who's at the top? Is that Tori? No.
No, looks like still Kaya Elliott at the top again. Out it comes Elliott with the slider. And it goes straight through everybody. I talked her up in the pre-game. Kaya Elliott converts one there for the Heritage Barbarians, and they go up 1-0 here in this women's match 2 of day 1. Heritage Barbarian women taking on New Zealand Asian. And Seedle, it was a bit of a bumpy old first quarter. Yeah. Neither team really able to grab onto it. A lot of the hockey was played between the 25-yard lines. And then just at the end there was a couple of opportunities at both ends. The Asian team had a shot, and then a couple of penalty corners there for the Heritage Barbarians. It looked like they were just kind of feeling their way into the game.
Yeah, so I guess first game for them for the tournament, so a lot of it will be just getting to know each other and seeing how each other plays, and yeah, just getting used to it, really. Yeah,
that's it. And for a lot of them, this will be the first, I guess, tournament-style hockey of the year for them. A lot of them will probably just be kicking off their club seasons. If it's not 1 or 2 weeks in, it's 1 or 2 weeks away. So yeah, perhaps a little underdone in terms of the gameplay hockey sense, but that's what makes this tournament good fun. You get a bit of a run as the season's starting, and get a bit of this repetition style hockey, the 4 games in 4 days at the start of the season. So yeah, but all of the teams in the tournament, not just these two, but they'll continue to get better and just get more used to each other as the weekend draws on. This one is the goal there. You just see it too fast for Shuku Morimoto in goal. Kaya Elliott there getting the high fives and the fist pumps.
No commentator's curse on that one.
No. I didn't dare say it after I got her earlier in the quarter. You see the teams coming out here. I got to say, beautiful facility here at North Harbour. It actually looks AI generated. I don't know if you're seeing the picture at the moment. Looks a little bit fake. Beautiful, beautiful hockey centre here up in North Harbour. And as I mentioned earlier, the home, of course, of the New Zealand Black Sticks.
It's a little bit like Narnia, just, trying to navigate your way through.
Yeah, you got to walk past the 8 turfs on the way to this one. And
get your step count up, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little plug, too, for the Black Sticks. They're playing a test series against Japan coming up April 13th and 14th here at North Harbour. So make sure you get yourselves along and come down and watch that. That's international test hockey, the Black Sticks women and Japan. Be some pretty exciting stuff. And there's a few players on debut for the Black Sticks as well, 6 of them, I believe. So it'll be a cool weekend. Get on down here just 2 weeks after Easter, just 2 weeks from now. And here come the Asian side, trying to start a little faster than they did in that first quarter.
Yeah, definitely the pace of the game's just gone a little bit faster. I guess that first quarter jitter is now gone.
Yeah, we'd hope so. We'd hope they're starting to ramp things up a little bit. Coaches will be a little bit more direct. We spoke coaching earlier. Julia King leading things for New Zealand Asians, and Presh Bicker, pretty experienced customers looking after the New Zealand Heritage Barbarian side. So no shortage of expertise in the coaching ranks this afternoon. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they just turn the volume up a little bit, both teams here. As we see, again, good pressure being put on by this Asian side, winning the ball high up the field. And contesting the one-on-ones. Really solid there by the Asian side. And again, looking to go quickly. Oh, that very nearly could have been an opportunity 3-on-2 there if they'd pulled in the first trap. Jasmine Hart tried to chase it down her best, but just couldn't get that one in.
It was a nice little 1-2 prior to that, actually.
Yeah. It's the short passing game, which I think has been pretty impressive from this Asian side early. And again, that speed up the front, they're able to get across and challenge. Again, doing all the right things at the moment, this Asian side, winning the ball high up the field, getting in all the one-on-ones. This will be pleasing for Jules and the team. Oh, very nearly. She thought she'd run away with it there. We don't have a number 6 on our team list. But she's number 6 out there. And there she is, just unable to pull that one in. Goes Kai Elliott, the goal scorer. Trying to get one through Julia King. They have a little smile together.
I think 1v1 Julia and Kaya. That would be good to see.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. I think number 6, I don't want to jinx it, but it very well could be Alia Krofsky. Here, it looks like one of the players I don't have on the list. We'll try and get that confirmed by half-time. Look at the reverse stick pass. Very nearly there. But yeah, just touching on some of these Heritage Barbarians players. I mentioned some of the countries that we're representing. Kaylee Tuiravi out there. She's Fijian and New Zealand European. Played for Hutt United, P1s, Wellington NHC, and New Zealand Pacifica women's side, Tauranga NHC. And played Tilburg Dames 2s in the Netherlands, which is pretty cool. Came up playing her age group hockey in Tauranga, so she's out there for the Heritage Barbarian side. We mentioned Kai Elliott, there she is on the ball. She's Māori and Samoan, plays for Western Prems here in the Auckland comp. Named the Junior Black Sticks squad for 2023 and playing the upcoming Under-21 North v South series. Later next month, and also played Auckland NHC. So some cool representatives there, and out come this Asian side. Great outlet, searching down the line, keeps it in, excellent skill. Moi Sasaki. They dump it back off. That was through Jess Ellis. She gets it back here, Ellis. And they win the free hit through Vic Methvin. And Vic, of course, New Zealand European descent, played NHL for Auckland for 9 years. Played New Zealand 18s and under-21s. Has played some hockey over in the UK and currently at Western Districts. So, a ton of experience at the top level here in New Zealand. Vic Methvin. Now win a long corner. Yeah, Julia King taking it quickly, trying to catch Hannah Roselia, not 5, and she's done it. Julia King showing all of her experience there. Knew that if she could get it quickly, Hannah Roselia wouldn't be able to get back in time. It'd be too tempting to have a go at.
Definitely.
It's really heads up from Jules.
Yeah, like you said before, it's the experience.
Yeah, look at this. Stops it, straight in there. That's really heads up stuff. And now we get our first look at this New Zealand Asian penalty corner bracket. No surprise, Julia King's up there at the bracket. Jess Ellis there. And just a little untidy, unfortunately, for the Asian side. But look who's back there. And now opportunity the other end, 2-on-2 here. Can the Heritage Barbarian side make something of it? And penalty corner the other way. That was Kaylee Tuiravi coming forward onto the ball. Unfortunately, settled at the other end, just untidy for the Asian team. I don't think the drag was straight. They didn't decide who was trapping the ball until pretty late. And unfortunately, they've gone the length of the field and conceded a penalty corner at the other end.
Yeah.
So back here for penalty corner, I believe number 3 for the Heritage Barbarian side. Tiana Curry's got herself up the paddock. And Ella Leighton, I think, as well. Out it comes, again, untidy, the penalty corners. And saved there by Shuku Morimoto. Couple of untidy ones, I've got to say. From a coaching perspective, you'd expect a little bit better than that. Pull it out, trap it, get it going goalward.
Definitely. Go back to basics. If it doesn't quite work how you intended, simple straight shot or a layoff will work. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's probably one of the things, I make mention of it now, that I noticed in in your guys' earlier game. I actually thought the junior Māori team got a little bit too cute in some of their penalty corners, trying to throw 2 or 3 passes, a little 1-2-2, 1-1-2, that I thought were probably just a little bit too much on the first day.
Yeah. It's, you can understand when it's a team that's been playing for years.
Yeah.
And the players just kind of know where they're going to be off, without even looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sometimes it's back to basics. It's even what I tell the young kids. Basics will always be there for you.
Especially in a game like this where there's not a ton of attacking opportunities. There's not, 20 entries and 10 shots every quarter sort of thing. You get 1 or 2, and I think it's real disappointing if you do enough to win the penalty corner and then don't actually make them do anything.
Yeah.
So both teams will want to tidy that aspect up a little bit, I'm sure, come the halftime break.
Unless you're the men's team and it's end-to-end and 10 million in one pieces.
Yeah, that's it. And penalty corner coming here, I think it was for the push before the ball made its way in. Perhaps a little bit of a fortunate one there for the Heritage side, but they'll get a re-go on the penalty corner. Let's see if my commentator's curse has reached down to them and my telepathic skills with Tiana and Vic there have sorted things out. All I'm saying is if they score, it's thanks to me, I'd say, but here we go. Yep, and they weren't listening. Cheers, T. Appreciate you, buddy. Just an error coming out. Unfortunate for the Asian side. They had an opportunity to go on a counter.
Which is one thing they've been quite good at as well. There's just the quick ball. Julie King as well, just, experience in general. But, just taking those early balls, and it ends up on the other side of the pitch. So
Leighton buries one after 2 or 3 attempts at it. That time just unable to clear it out of their own end. And it's 2 of the players that are highlighted in the pregame, Kai Elliott, Ella Leighton, putting themselves on the score sheet. We'll just see a look at this replay. It's a great first defensive effort, but Shuku unable to reset. Zoe Thompson there in the 17. She's done really well digging around the attacker to pull the ball away, but just fell there to Leighton, and she doesn't make mistake from that sort of area, Ella Leighton. And up 2 here at the Heritage Barbarians. Midway through the second quarter. And Cedal, if we're looking at this game so far, which team would you rather be playing tomorrow?
Ooh.
If you had the choice of it.
Either, really.
They'll take anyone. You heard it here first. NZISA want to smoke with anybody. They don't care if you're a winner, a loser, a runner or a bruiser. They'll take you tomorrow, and they're into it. No, that's probably the best mindset to have, to be fair. We'll play whoever shows up, and we'll do our best to beat them. Yeah, that's it. See Tiana Curry on screen there. Ball down the sideline. All 4 for the Asian team. Into the midfield. Great receive there. Jess Ellis And lays it off to Julia King. King searching. Oh, very nearly. I think first touch coming from Lisa Zhu. And again, I can talk about her skill all day, but that ability on the run to shorten the handle up, hit it on the wrong foot, dead on the ground, through a gap, that's something special from Julia King.
Yeah.
It looks easy, and the best players make it look easy. That's not an easy skill to do.
No, definitely not.
When you're running across the grain to shorten up and hit it off foot, that's yeah, they make it look easy.
It's definitely easier said than done, and then when you do see it get done, then
yeah, appreciate some of the greatness that we've got on display here. It's Jess Ellis just undercooks that one. It falls there for Julia King. King looking long. Couldn't link up there again with Zhu. And Curry will bring the ball back up for another 16-yard hit. The promising signs, although they're down 2-0 for this Asian side, is a lot of this quarter has been played down this end of the field. They've forced repeat 16-yard hits, and they've given themselves opportunities to win the ball back high up the field. So there is some good stuff in it here for this Asian team.
yeah, we've been seeing a bit more circle penetrations from both sides, really.
Yeah, game's starting to open up a little bit, which is what we'd like to see. And just a little bit of a check on whose ball it was there in the end. It's going to be Emma King there for the Asians. Looking around the back, they go. Julia King under a bit of pressure, but there's no such thing as pressure for her. Lovely touch pass. This is a nice build up. And still got it. That's nice there from Jasmine Mayer. Lisa Zhu couldn't bring that one in, but they'll keep the long corner here. New Zealand Asian, see if Jules can catch them out again. Unfortunately not that time for New Zealand Asian. Strong stick contest in the middle of the field there. You love to see it.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, the New Zealand Asian team, their uniform is stuck in customs. So if anyone works in customs...
Yeah, if we've got any customs teams working
please.
Easter, sign them off. I'm sure there'll be a egg foo young or something in it for you. Almost guarantee it.
Get Julia to deliver it too.
Yeah. And get a black stick to deliver it to you. Yeah, I actually wondered why I understand with the Heritage Barbarians using a borrowed uniform, but I had wondered about the Asian side. I was actually looking forward to seeing a cool, perhaps a dragon or something on the kit. We saw the florals from the Pacifica teams last year. We'd love to see some dragons or something.
Yeah, they were talking about it in the managers meeting actually.
Yep.
That the uniforms were coming, but we weren't sure if they were going to be here or not, and unfortunately they're not.
Oh, bugger. Well, let's hope Custom works hard over the weekend and we get them in here at some point.
Otherwise I'll just have to come back next year, I reckon.
Yeah, that's it. Ella Layton just gets a little big on her. Oh, she's got it back, Layton. And she'll have a little nap Easter Friday. Now have another penalty corner here, the Heritage Barbarian side. And who's coming up for it this time? Vic's in the circle. Kai Elliott's look like she's rolling off to the layoff. Tiana Curry's up there again. An end of the quarter. This could be huge for the Heritage Barbarians. Up 2. Can they make it 3 on the buzzer? They'll bring everyone up now. It's just off picture. Here it is, Methvin. Hard, low, and through it goes. Vic Methvin adds a third there for the Heritage Barbarians. And a little bit like the one from Kai Elliott earlier, just too fast for Shuku Morimoto. Not a lot you can do about those when they come in with some heat on them like that. And it's all smiles in the red camp. As we see the Heritage Barbarians come from the field with a 3-0 advantage. The New Zealand Asians, a bit of work to do.
Yeah, nice way to end that first half too for the New Zealand Barbarians. Doesn't mean that they can sit back and relax. It just means that they can manage the game on their terms.
Yeah, and interesting, I'd only just mentioned probably 3 or 4 minutes ago that a lot of the game had been played in their end defensively, having to do a few repeat 16-yard efforts and a few defensive outletting passages. But if you can execute your penalty corners, like we said, pull one, trap it, hit it. The rest will look after itself. We take a special shout out and thank you, of course, to our sponsors, MTEL Intelligent Solutions, Keeper Life Insurance and Risk Management, Go Hockey at gohockey.co.nz, and of course One Foundation. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the New Zealand Heritage Hockey. Heritage Hockey 2024. We'll be right back after these short ads. Welcome back. You can see there the score between our two women's teams this afternoon, 3-0 at the moment to the New Zealand Heritage Barbarians up over the New Zealand Asian side. Two fairly new teams. Heritage, we've seen a lot of these ladies, but a new New Zealand Asian side. Exciting to see as we check out some of the highlights from the first half. That first penalty corner won there by Hannah Rose Elliott for the Barbarians. That goal was right on the buzzer of the end of the first quarter for Kaya Elliott. You'll see a trend of buzzer beater penalty corners coming through. This one really sharp heads up play from Julia King. Wins the penalty corner for the New Zealand Asian side. And unfortunately their theme was just a little untidy execution wise. But unable to really break out. This one went the other way, and Kaylee Tuiravi earned Heritage Barbarians another penalty corner. And this one, again, a little on the messy side, well saved there by Shuku Morimoto. This one, Leighton gets onto, executes really well. It's a great shot at goal. And just like they did in the first quarter, they end the second quarter with a goal as well through Vic Methvin.
And I think that was the most basic PC you could see, and it worked.
Yep.
Just goes to show.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. There's no, from that view, they don't have a lineman on that right side, defensive right side of the goal, so left as we're looking at it. So potentially a target area there that they identified. Vic just putting that one straight down the shoe line. You see Shuku Morimoto come out in goal for the New Zealand Asian side. No stranger to this facility, plays her hockey up here. Holly Landon, she's from the Waikato area. And away we go, second half here. Heritage Barbarians in the red.
Yeah, as mentioned just before the half-time, the Heritage team, they are 3-0 up. So they do have a little bit of breathing space, but this is all about game management now. They can set the tone and control it from there, whereas New Zealand Asians, they have to work that little bit more to just get back into it.
Yeah, that's it. They're the ones that are going to have to push a little. This Heritage Barbarian side, they'll still, of course, want to be taking every opportunity they can and continue pushing. But like you said, they've got the luxury of the scoreboard on their side. It looks like Kai Elliott's rolled herself back a layer onto the ball there, and perhaps swap positions with Tiana Curry, who's up in the middle of the field now. So I'm not sure who won that paper, scissors, rock at half time, but Kai's at the back and Tiana's up in the midfield. Here's Tui Ravi probing. It's a nice touch. Just a little too far. And got to make mention, of course, a couple of players, certainly in the men's side. I think there's one in your team as well that have come across from Fiji to be part of this weekend's tournament. We see the New Zealand Fiji playing in the men's section, made up again of some of the Pacifica men, but a handful of guys that have come across. They represent Fiji on the international stage. That'll be really exciting to see. I'll see them in the later game. Here is Elliot, reverse stick. Beats them all. We've got some notes here from the Barbarian side. Tether Fatufogo, she's Fijian Tongan, representing the Ventures Hockey Club out of Suva in Fiji. And just makes note, a pretty small sport in Fiji. They've only got one hockey turf in the entirety of Fiji, which is in Suva. And now she's living over in Andy, so has to travel across where she can outside of work to Suva to take part in hockey. So, pretty tough for some of the our friends over there trying to make their way through the hockey pathways with just one turf in Fiji. So awesome to see them across playing in this tournament, and hopefully some more opportunities for them to play over here and for us to visit as well. That one just goes through the circle there. And here's Julia King on the ball. Great touch pass, Jess Ellis. They can't connect though. That one's just a little bit too far ahead of Emma King. And here is Artegala. Transferred across. This is Tui Ravi. Too much there for Riley Grills. And Riley Grills, one of the few players here from the Taranaki region. Plays in the A-grade club competition down there. Represented Taranaki right from under 11s through to 18s in NHC last year. Part of the Future Black Sticks under 18 camp last year. So cool to have Riley here in this Heritage Barbarian side. Here we go, New Zealand Asian with a bit of space here. Inside chop, still going. Left it behind though, and Kaya Elliott can't get it clear, and it's still there for the Asian team. Nice 3D skill. The pass is there for Julia King. That's really good skill, and they've still got it here. And the penalty corner as well. Excellent quick shot from Casey Lamb. And what probably won't go noticed is the really slick skill of Julia King there, just to slip that pass back up to where Lamb was. And opportunity here through the penalty corner for New Zealand Asian. Is this the goal that could put them on their way here, Seedle?
Oh, hopefully. Be interesting to see what they've got coming up, if they've changed it.
Good trap. Good running from Kai Elliott. And here they go. Heritage Barbarians, player in the circle. That's a great pass. Here they are, across the goal. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Oh, no. She gives her a high five. She probably owes her a beer as well. Oh, no.
I think those ones you'll be kicking yourself as a striker.
Absolutely. It is tough running up that side of the field, and the ball's kind of got to come behind you. But she'll be kicking herself. unfortunately, there. It was a really lovely weighted pass back across the goal from Riley Grills, who we just finished talking about. And they very nearly turned the defensive penalty corner into a goal their way, the Heritage Barbarian side. And this one's going to bounce all the way through, beat everybody.
I think for both teams at the beginning they did some really good 1-2 passing, and then now it's just kind of the opening it up and sending those long balls through, which is okay some of the times. Me personally, I believe, move the ball around and pass it to your players. It makes it harder for the other team to try and get off you if you've got it.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the best teams know when to mix it up and when to use both. You're probably right, as things have just stretched out a little bit. And maybe it's because they're chasing the game. Things have just stretched out a little bit too far. It's an opportunity, huge one, 2-on-1 here. That one you don't miss. And they put it away.
Nice bit of teamwork.
Yeah. You could have seen a lot of times that player with the ball could have selfishly tried to drag the goalkeeper and go the heroics, but instead Riley Grills puts that one away for the Heritage Barbarians. Well executed. And they go up 4-0 here midway through the third quarter. This Asian team now, well, they had a lot of work to do already, but now there's more. This is going to help. A couple of minutes against 10 players is one of the Heritage Barbarians is going to take a seat with a green card. Here we go, the Asians' opportunity. Defended and cleared. So you see subs looking to come on for both sides. The good thing about the obviously having the scoreboard in your favour, Cedal, as we mentioned, the Heritage Barbarians probably needing to conserve some legs. Might give the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I think they might have burned through all their subs already.
Yeah, I suppose that's one of the tactics we forgot to talk about when trying to conserve your legs is, well, get yourself a lead, then you can conserve your legs all you need.
Could almost turn that into a slogan.
Yeah. Here come the Asian side, threading passes. This is better. This is what you talked about, Cedal. Some of this shorter passing, keep things in possession, and now they're going to have themselves a long corner.
It just helps with you've got the support players with you as well, right? Instead of just sending that one nice hero ball out, but sometimes it's just to a striker by themselves.
Yeah, and penalty corner one here too. I think it was Jess Ellis going on a little bit of a weave towards the edge of the circle. A little bit of a stick check, I believe, just on the edge there. And let's see if this Asian side can get themselves on the board. I'd actually love to see Julia King just pick it up, walk it onto a reverse stick and have a reverse stick shot. It was one of her strong suits playing at the international level, her ability to hit a reverse stick on the ground. Out to Alice. And they've tried to go down that same channel that Vic Methvin did, but didn't quite get all of it that time, Jess Alice. And that one saved into the back of her own play. I think it was Tiana Curry wore that one in the back of the head. And out they go again. Oh, I called for it. They'd run her down, though. Damn.
How quick was that, though?
Oh, she's a gun on that reverse stick shot. Fortunately, I think there's probably the one player in the Heritage Barbarian side that knows all about it, and Tori Val got out there and defended it. We've played a fair few games together and against each other in the Auckland comp, those two. Good pass. Midfield transfer. It's on the foot. They've got the play on.
Oh. Nice cover by the goalie.
Oh, you've thought.
That was some good commitment.
I thought they were going to get themselves one there. The Asian side. Excellent movement by the goalkeeper, Holly Landon. And now out comes Tiana Curry. Sorry, T, you don't have those legs in you anymore. A couple of moons ago, she would have gone the full length, but... Oh, again, I like this Asian side. They're down 4-0 on the scoreboard. They know that the game is going to be more than an uphill stretch to get, but they just keep throwing stuff, and it's starting to come off for them here. They're just lacking a little bit of execution in front of goal and in the attacking circle seats, but I'd just love to see them get one and take some confidence out of it and see where it might roll to.
Yeah, definitely if you're down in that one goal, you get it in, it definitely makes a change. Like, it just builds, it boosts everyone's, G's them up a bit as well. Like,
shot and save, and a little bit awkward at the top of the circle there. I'm not entirely sure what did happen. They're going to win the free hit just outside the circle. I think the first runner perhaps got in the way. Oh, it's a lovely ball in.
I must say the Asian team are playing some really good clinical hockey at points. Just that last bit that got them the PC, you know, they drove it along the baseline and popped it in that 45, 90 or 90 degree angle. My math's not very good, so.
And here's an opportunity going the other way. Kai Elliott on the reverse stick. Over it goes.
It's funny how you're talking about two players playing in the Auckland comp. Was it Julia and Tori?
Yep.
Yeah, no. So they're some of the Roskell girls in the Indians team. They're telling Kayla if they're running at her just to go easy on them.
Yeah, of course. You've got a couple of the Roskell girls in your side, and then, of course, the Vals as well. So I'm sure there'll be no love lost out there.
Yeah.
The Roosters ladies. And here come the Heritage Barbarians. That's untidy. You turn it around.
Is that another quick ball from Julia, which has been really awesome throughout this whole game?
He just takes a lot of pressure off their defensive unit and having to search for too much when she can give a quality ball at pace.
That does put that Barbarians team on the back foot a little bit too.
Yeah, it just doesn't allow them to set up a press or any sort of layerage, and their 16-yard hit turns into a halfway hit pretty quickly. And again, that's the experience that Julia King brings to this side. And we heard a few people saying, "Oh, she hasn't played for ages," and look,
Doesn't look
when
like
you're
it.
when you're at that level, you don't just lose it. She's an excellent player. Oh, big touch there. Just some pressure now. And Caitlin Wong. Oh, lovely drop-off pass there from Elliott. Here come the Barbarians. Still going. And the shot. Well saved there, Shuku Morimoto. Here's Vic Methvin. Just a little unfortunate, but they'll play on here through Ella Layton. She's got some skill. V-drag. Reverse stick shot. Again, good save. It's not clear. And it will be a penalty corner for the Heritage Barbarian side. And I don't know if they can take up the whole minute unless they earn another penalty corner, but could they score one after the hooter for the third quarter in a row? They'll need to take their time with this one, not score it, find a way to get another penalty corner, and then we might be on for it. Hannah Roselia, she'll go down to inject the ball for the Barbarians.
Do you reckon another straight shot in that, in the pocket?
Yeah. Well, they're not on this one. Remember, we've still got to get to the next corner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're too early. They go shorty. Oh, very nearly. I think it was Georgia Symes on the post there. Again, they've gone that short option through Kaya Elliott. And if they want that second penalty corner, it needs to come quickly. It's only 10 seconds or so left. Oh, I'd love a little bit more of that quarter. But that is the hooter, and that is 4-0 here to the Heritage Barbarians. A solid third quarter on their behalf, but Cedar, I was really impressed by the New Zealand Asian side. Though they didn't score a goal, it's some really good position of play there, a couple of repeat opportunities going forward in attack, and they're just missing that little bit of icing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can tell it's starting to gel together a little bit more. Some of their plays have been quite clinical, which is cool to see, and just when they do get those passing going, they're pretty good. Yeah,
and it's when they shortened things up they started to look really, really solid. We just saw a couple of scenes ago there. Shout out to the Elliott family. Of course, here to watch Kaya. That was them with the dogs. And, yeah, supporting Kaya out there for the Heritage Barbarian side. We see them in shot at the moment in the red, getting their orders from Paresh Becker, of course. Local coach up here in North Harbour. And, they've been pretty good so far this game. Cedar probably deserving of their lead at the moment. But it's a long tournament. Like I said, they don't have a lot of subs, so it could be a long one for the Heritage Barbarian side. They want to conserve as much energy as they can this last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fatigue definitely sets in, especially 4 games in 4 days. So it's just about managing that and just being smart.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you in on a secret, Cedar. I can tell you who you're playing tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be great.
So tomorrow's games will kick off with NZISA women taking on the New Zealand Asian team. That's a 10 o'clock start like we had this morning.
Wait, we're playing a game tomorrow?
Yep, you're playing tomorrow. But before then, we've got a quarter of this game left, and then, of course, our men's game to finish the day. That's coming up at 4 o'clock after this one wraps up. And here's Tiana Curry on the ball, just outside 25-yard line. Little bobbler. It's not going to beat Jules like that. And out come the Asian side. And they've done well again. They're just getting themselves out.
Yeah, saw a little bit of that 1-2 passing. Didn't quite get that at the end, but still got the free hit out of it. So
yeah, that's it. That's it. And it's about just working your way up the field. I know feels like they're a long way from winning the game, but they can still take some really good things out of it. First game of the tournament. Here come the Barbarians. Reverse stick from Methvin, and it goes. And out it rolls. Long corner coming for the Barbarian side. And here they are with the long corner. It's Vic Methvin. Hannah Rose Elia has got it on her stick now. Reverse stick. Oh, and it's going to go in there too. Not much of an angle for it. But Hannah Rose Elia adds a 5th to the account of the Heritage Barbarians.
That was a tight angle.
It was. There wasn't a lot of room down there, and I thought she'd almost lost it there. And look at this. Nice little quick reverse stick shot too. It wasn't a full long handle wind up. It was a little half handle reverse stick shot that's just beaten Shuku in goal. And I think one thing that's pretty impressive for this Heritage Barbarian side, they're up 5-0, but it's 5 different goal scorers, which is always a good sign. Of course, if you're just joining us, this is game 3 of day 1 here at the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament. Second of our women's games for the day. And of course, we've got one more coming up after this. Our goal scorers so far, Ella Layton, Riley Grills, Hannah Rosalia, Kaya Elliott, and Vic Methvin for the Heritage Barbarians. Here comes Kaya Elliott to Methvin. And to a penalty corner. Just off the pads there onto her own defender's foot. Unfortunate one for the Asian side. Yeah, Vic Methvin, she knew straight away.
Definitely going through all their PC variations this game.
Yeah, they've had a few of them. They have had a few. They've botched a couple.
Yep.
They've scored off a couple. We've seen a couple to the shorty. We've seen deflections, straight shots, a couple of mistraps.
Yeah. One way to keep you on your toes, I reckon.
Let's see what they got. Second bracket. Or drag flick. Pretty solid one in all fairness. If it hadn't gone straight down the middle, it was a good look at it there. So, yeah, another option that we hadn't seen yet from the Heritage Barbarians. That'll be one to put in your notebook, coach or manager.
I'm just really there to manage the lollies, to be honest. Manage myself to not eat them.
Yeah, that's why I could never be a hockey manager. That's why when I was playing, I loved being the second goalkeeper. I could sit on the bench with the lolly box the whole game. It was brilliant. As we see Tori Val there, and no real hurry to go down and get that one. Again, we talked about the managing the weekend for the perhaps short-handed Heritage Barbarian side. Those are some of the small bits that help. Here's Kai Elliott. She doesn't need to manage anything. She's all go. A little shepherding, I think, there. Players just got tangled up and taking it quickly again. Julia King. And it'll be Barbarians' ball there on sideline. Great little overlap run there from Kaylee Tuiravidavi at left half. And she wins the free hit as well. Oh, bit of a rough throw at that one, but let to play on, and they'll win it back on the sideline there.
One-handed, chuck your stick.
Yeah,
Slow it
that's
down.
it. And it goes well cleaned up there, though, by New Zealand Asian. That's some skill. Little in and away drag, still going. I think that's off the stick of Leighton. If they can get it back, great skill. Tuiravidavi still going, trying to get under control. There we go. The Asian side. Can they get through? Let's see what they've got here from the attacking set. They will win another free hit just outside the circle. Dotted circle here for the Asian side. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Thought it was perhaps coming for somebody else, but
Ghost player.
yeah, ghost player on the sideline. That's it.
I must say, the weather for this game has held out. Our game this morning was like Four Seasons.
I was going to say, it's been a lot nicer than yours. Yours started as a sweaty mess.
Yep.
And ended in rain.
Yeah.
And had everything in between. This one's been a nice overcast afternoon, perfect for hockey. And maybe you hope the Asian team bring that weather with them tomorrow.
Yeah. Along with the uniforms.
Yeah. Here comes Curry up the middle for the Heritage side. Left foot pass. Here it is. Oh, Vic. She had her name in the papers. She already knew what tomorrow's headline was going to be. Oh, she'd love to have that one again, Vic. Let's see, a couple of the players on screen there. Although it's overcast, still blowing some big ones
Yeah.
out there. We close inside the final 9 minutes here. Away they come through. Jess Ellis looking. We'll fall again there for Ellis. Just looking for an option. That's a pretty good one there. Take it. And just... I thought it was poked away well there in defence. Looks like Rebecca Massey for the Barbarian side, but free hit called right on the edge. King back in to Ellis. A little ping pong battle works out for Heritage Barbarians. Methvin tried to play it off the leg, still going. Oh, lovely reverse stick pass, Leighton. Misses on the near side.
It almost sounded like backboard.
It did sound like goal. I was waiting for everyone to cheer and then it didn't come, so assumed it missed.
Yeah.
That was a nice build-up, though, from the Heritage Barbarian side. Would love to have said it probably deserved a goal, but defended at least well enough by this Asian side. And that one's not how it was drawn up, the little overhead from Leighton there. Forward come the Asian side, foot race. She couldn't get through Casey Lamb.
Yeah, New Zealand Heritage team taking it a bit easier.
Yeah, again, happy probably just to see those seconds wind down on the clock. They'll be happy to get into recovery mode and prepare for tomorrow. Fortunately, they've got the full, pretty much 24-hour break. The Asians not so lucky. They've only got the 20-hour turnaround.
And I only found out they were playing tomorrow, so
You girls are done.
yeah,
I thought they were done for the week.
One game and that's it.
And sideline here for the Asian side. Looking for a left foot pass. Oh, a little tangle up there between the two Asian players. That was an interesting one by Jess Ellis. I mean, it worked out because the rule is if it comes off a defender's stick, that 5-yard rule is null and void. But if it hadn't, she was just going to bash it straight in.
Was it on this side of the 25 or the other side?
I'm not sure if they'd called long corner or perhaps it was a free hit. out there, and she's smarter than all of us.
Yeah.
Certainly smarter than me. Very likely is the case, and I was wrong, but it did look a little bit weird.
Yeah, it did.
Here's Val at the back, captain of the Heritage Barbarian side. Gonna thread a needle there through to Ella Leighton. Little one-on-one contest there between Leighton and Serena Kwok. And here come the Barbarians. Kai Elliott looking. Oh, that's on a platter. Dropped off there for Riley Grills. Grills searching. She got the penalty corner. Good stuff there by Riley Grills, one of the goal scorers. See the replay of this one. Just dropped off nicely there. Georgia Symes left it for Riley Grills. Grills straight up onto the leg there of the defender.
Nice, smart hockey.
Let's see what they got.
What do you reckon it's going to be?
Oh,
I've
look.
gone through a fair bit.
They've tried almost everything.
Haven't seen the Zorro yet.
No. I haven't seen that either. Just passed it to the first runner.
Well picked up.
They'll have a free hit just outside the circle. Taken quickly there by Elliott. In they go. Ella Leighton, reverse stick. No.
Favouring that really weird angle.
Yeah, I think they got excited after one of them scored it, and Hannah Rose Elliott, everyone wants it.
I mean, that is to score from that angle, that's still pretty awesome.
Yeah. There's probably some better options they could have come away with there. Here come the Asian side. Do they have that goal in them? It's not going to come through that one. Well defended by the Barbarians. Perhaps the second wave here.
I guess this is now time for the Barbarians team to try some other stuff, different set plays and stuff like that, and just so that they can get used to how each other move around.
Yeah, and that might have been what part of that penalty corner was, trying a 1-2, maybe something they hadn't drawn up, but let's give it a try. And they get it in here, and they'll get the penalty corner as well. The New Zealand Asians. Yeah, just a little bit over the top there on the turn. Let's see, what do they got in them? Jess Ellis at the top again. I've got the foot of Kai Elliott. That's what they've got. Those ones hurt right on the toe.
Oh, yeah.
Look at her, tough as nails. She doesn't care. She'll get back in. That must be the Samoan part.
Yeah.
Variation across the goal.
Oh.
She's called free hit out. Yeah, while we count out these final few seconds here, just some info through. Some info through on this Asian team, some of the countries that are represented. Of course, China, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Taiwan, Scotland and the Netherlands, interestingly enough. And there is our final hooter. It is the end of our second women's game for the day. It's the New Zealand Heritage Barbarian women comfortably taking this one home 5-0 over the New Zealand Asian side. And Seattle, as that game unfolded, probably a deserved result in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams did really well, and Heritage team coming together first go managed to pull it out of the bag and quite significantly.
Yeah, it's you never know what you're in for when you get two pretty much brand new teams come together and a debut for the New Zealand Asian side in the Heritage tournament. But exciting stuff from both teams. Obviously, the Heritage Barbarian side, they'll be probably more pleased with their result than the Asian side, but there were some promising signs from the Asian team, and there were, when they were able to keep little periods of possession, keep the game short, identify some little 1-2 areas of the field, they actually looked pretty good. And there's something there from this team, and the exciting thing with this tournament is they're here, they're representing their culture, and there's an opportunity for the tournament to continue to grow.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the New Zealand Asian team, just how quick Julie was taking the ball. It just helped them put the other team on the back foot. And also their 1-2s, when they got that going, it was actually really awesome to see. Yeah,
it's that's when you have the experience of somebody like Jules at the back, just trying to guiding things around. We see some of these highlights. That's the goal there to Vic Methvin. We saw a few penalty corners go both ways, really. Both teams had the opportunity from them. Unfortunately, the Asian team unable to convert on any of them. We'll see a few opportunities here late in the game for them. Like I said earlier in the match, I would have loved to just see them get one and see how it might have changed the confidence or the outlook that the team had. They just couldn't quite get one over the line there. As we see one very narrowly missed there by the Heritage Barbarians. This one, though, didn't miss. And it goes from Hannah Rose Elliott, one of 5 goal scorers for the Heritage Barbarians. There's the drag flick. Impressive, and an impressive save. Tiana Curry showing some of yesteryear's speed. Vic Methvin couldn't wind the clock back on that finish. Jess Ellis, I thought she was really good for the Asian side. Had a lot of work to do up the middle of the field. Her work with Julia King was really good. And it was exciting stuff. So it was a good game all around. Solid from the Heritage Barbarian side. Unfortunately, we'll go down to sideline with Harley Cooper, and we'll hear from one of the Heritage Barbarian players now.
We're back here with Tori with the winning Heritage team. Hey Tori, just a real quick one. Obviously a 5-0 scoreline. Did you know it was going to be? Was that a true reflection of the game, or do you think you guys could have got a few more?
No, I think it was a fair reflection of the game. I thought the New Zealand Asians actually came out pretty hard at the start, and we actually had to fight to get those first few goals, and then once we got a few up, I think it opened up a little, but they definitely came out strong. So yeah, we were happy with that.
So you guys are the New Zealand Heritage. What does that actually mean? Because obviously we know what the Māori are, we know the Asians, we know who the Indians are, so what does Heritage actually mean?
I guess we're a bit of a mix of heritages that have come together to fill that last spot. A lot of our teams actually New Zealand Pacifica, but we didn't have a team this year, so we wanted to play, and so we're in the heritage team, which is a bit of a mixed bag. We've got some Māoris, and we've got some Pacific Islanders, and we've got some just Kiwis, so it's pretty cool.
And saying that, you guys came up against obviously the Asian team. You had Julia King at the back there. So how fun was that, actually having a proper full-on black Blackstick actually at the back and trying to get around her?
Yeah, well, I actually work with Jules in the same office, so it's been a bit of banter all week about this game, and I think she's been a bit stressed, but she's always hard to play against. I think we hit the ball to her probably about 20 times today, so that's just a credit to her. It's great having her here, and actually great having the New Zealand Asians as part of Heritage. Really cool.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Tori. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time.
Awesome.
See ya. Okay, guys, thanks for that.
And that'll wrap up our third game of the day here. It was the Heritage Barbarian women taking the 5-0 victory over the newcomers to the tournament, New Zealand Asians. 5-0 in the end there, pretty comfortable by the end of things. Coming up, of course, we've got our last game of the day here at 4 o'clock. That will be the New Zealand Asian men. We'll see them for the first time taking on New Zealand Fiji. 2 new teams to the tournament. Full of excitement, full of passion, full of flair. Absolutely looking forward to it. That one will be at 4 p.m. We'll be here live, of course, from the National Hockey Centre in North Harbour. I've been Brad Pittman, joined by Siddle Patel. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.
Up in the pain, you can't shake that. All the way gassed up, full tank, man. Moving too quick, keep the cameras in the playback. Dang, so tell me how you feel with it. You put a lid on it, I ain't got no chill with it. This right here your problem, you gon' have to deal with it. Head on the line, high risk. I've been signing on the city lights. All this doubt around me, damn it, look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I laid awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might.